Hi everybody, welcome back to another live show. This is the Friday live show. I'm just going to make sure we are live and everything is up and running. If you can just bear with me a wee second. Everything is up. Yep, there is indeed. Okay, we've got a few people in just now. We've got Mike D is in the house, Chris D is in the house as well. If you're watching, just put a kind of comment in the box just now. That'd be quite cool, and I'll give you a shout out. And if you like these videos and kind of subscribe, I'll be doing it kind of every Friday, but I'll be doing videos in between. I did one last night that was quite good. I got a lot of positive feedback on that, so I'm quite chuffed about that as well. So I'll keep on doing the live shows on a Friday or whenever, but I'll try and make it every Friday from now on. So today I want to kind of look at the news. We'll look at the markets, look at news, and look at IDOs as well. I've never really spoken about IDOs and getting into the IDOs. So if you've got any questions about that, let me know. And if you've got any charts you want me to look at as well, let me know about that, and we can do that towards the end. Tom is in the house as well. Good to see you, Tom. We will start and jump over with what's happening in the markets overall just now. So we've got a market overall capitalization of $2 trillion, which still blows my mind. This time last year we were talking in the billions, now we're talking in the trillions. We've got Bitcoin dominance has gone down to 53.6%. Ethereum dominance is 11.9% as well. That's the one I'm interested in. Ethereum is my big kind of safe play almost, and I'm going to keep that for the next couple of years and see what happens with that. So that's my kind of safe play. A lot of people have Bitcoin. I've got Ethereum. I've had it for about a year and a half, 2 years now, and just held on to it. So that's happening. Any big ones kind of over the last 24 hours? Kucoin token has moved up 30% over the last 24 hours, and we've got a 7-day move of 118%. Waves has also moved up. So a lot of the old tokens, or old air tokens, are moving up. Just going to turn my email off. A lot of the older tokens are moving up. We've seen that over the last couple of weeks as well. A lot of them popping up from 2018, 2019. BAB has popped up, and that's kind of shot up as well. So it's kind of weird, but we'll go altcoins and see some of the biggest movers as well, large movers. See what's moved, anything. These are kind of some of the small ones. Mindall, I quite like Mindall. That's moved up 167%. Grossley as well, that's an older one as well that's moved up as well. Raze. So there's not kind of big names there. A lot of these kind of coins that you see on CoinMarketCap that kind of they've risen like 1,000%. It's just the kind of much smaller coins. It only takes a couple of dollars to move them. But VNX Exchange 917%. That was 6 million volume. So that is not one of the small ones. I've seen one there, Bank to the Future. That's an old one from the past as well. So that's quite cool. We'll just look at altcoins just now and just see any others over the last 24 hours. We'll just PundiX, an old one that's kind of moved up big time as well. We've got a market cap of 1.4 billion. We spoke about PundiX all the time this time last year, and previous to that as well. Decentraland is moving up as well. Decentraland in the kind of NFT market space and the metaverse space as well is going to be absolutely huge, and it's one I'm really focused on as well. Okay, crypto bubbles we'll look at over the last week. Wink token was one we spoke about as well. I'm just going to make sure live because I tend to. Yep, we're okay. We're good. And we'll go back to crypto bubbles. We used to use this all the time. I still like this. Bitcoin gold. There's a story in the kind of news today to say people are mistaking Bitcoin gold, and that's why it's gone up over a couple 100%. So they're mistaking it for something else altogether, and it's gone up by over 200%. This is an old fork of Bitcoin from 2017. What else has gone up over the last week? We've got Celsius, kind of there. Kucoin, as I said. BitTorrent as well. That's another kind of older one. Obviously XRP, we know about that as well. Qtum, that's an older one. That's one of the kind of really old ones that's been around for ages. Qtum. What's happened over the last day? Yep, Waves, PundyX, Rune, obviously a good one. Engine Coin moving up as well. H-bar, always a good one to hold as well. And on the hourly, we're still looking green on the hourly. VChain is looking really good as well. Waves still going up. Ontology coming up as well. So there's a couple of good ones there. Jump over to chat, see who else is in. Switch to crypto. Thought you'd quit crypto, buddy. I had. I was so sick of it back in April 2020, but I managed to trade my way up from about, I don't know, $7,000-8,000 back into the game again. Mirror has done well today. I haven't seen Mirror. We'll check on that. Morning, Gordy boy to you. Good to see you here. Tom, check out FXF. Aggregated 25 plus CFI DeFi exchange launching 3rd of May. FXF, I think I've checked that one out. We'll do that towards the end. So Tom, remind me again towards the end. Okay, we'll check out the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's still looking good. We're on the 4 hourly just now. We've got a crossover of the 70 EMA over the 21 EMA. It's still always bullish sign for me as well. Better on the daily when we're looking at that, to be honest. And the daily, we'll just go to auto. And on the daily, it would have been a good buy from 33,000 onwards. In fact, Bitcoin would have been a good buy from 10,000 onwards, but even lower than that. But we're talking just now, it's looking good at the moment. So it's not looking too bad. We've still got resistance there of the $60,000 level. It has broken through that for Bitcoin, but we're kind of trading in this channel at the moment with the top of the channel. So we might have a wee pull back to maybe $50,000, or if we break through there, this is when we're going to see maybe 65, 70, 80,000 for there as well. Ethereum, the other big one I'll be looking at as well. We'll take out this channel here. And this is Ethereum USD. So at $2,042 at the minute. We've got a kind of ceiling there just now of around about $2,150. So we're looking to break through that, and we'll pull this down to here as well. So we're kind of in a retrading channel just now with Ethereum, back since the beginning of April. So still bullish on Ethereum. It's just moving sideways just now, just taking a breather. It has moved up massively over the last couple of months, so it's taking a wee breather just now, so it's all good from that point of view. Maurice is in the house. Welcome to you. David D is in. Good to see you streaming again. Yeah, I'll be doing it hopefully on a Friday, or just kind of when I feel like it. I'll be doing the streaming, but I'll let everybody know in the Telegram group. And if you want to join the Telegram group, there's a link down below as well in this video in the description. Okay, if there's anything you want me to check out, let me know. I can do that towards the end. Okay, the IDOs. I was going to look at some news, but we'll look at the IDOs that are upcoming just now that I think look really good. Where do you check these? You can go to ICO drops, and then that was the old kind of ICO, initial coin offering, but it's IDO's initial DEX offering, or whatever it's going to be now. So there's a lot of good ones coming up. This kind of reminds me, it's so weird, it kind of reminds me of back in 2018, 2019 when we were talking about this as well. We're talking about all the ICOs, but we know what happened with the ICOs back then as well. So we have to be really, really careful with regards to getting into IDOs and etc. So just be careful what's happening. There's been a lot of good ones out. AIOZ has come out recently as well. That done a 250x before coming back down, but it's still a really good one as well. And there's a couple of great ones came out. Pokemon came out as well. That wasn't quite 100x. It was, I think it was, did it come out? It's 40 cents. Pokemon came out at, and it did go to $80, so it was a 200x. So it's quite amazing as well. So there's a lot of money to be made in these IDOs, but how do you get into them? Well, the platforms, the launchpads, you've got BSC Launchpad, you've got Kickpad, you've got Poker Starter, you've got Pools, so there's a load of other ones. There's smaller ones out as well. Nerds I've covered as well. N3RDS.finance. I'm covering one at the moment as well, which I'll show you kind of later on. So it's a much smaller one, longer shot one as well that we can get into. So I'll show you that towards the end as well. And I've done a tweet about that and just show you Twitter. profile. So that was just last night. We kind of spoke about that one. I'll just show you here. So it's Unilock Network. It's only got a small market cap of 1.16 million just now. And it's a long shot. There's only 500 tokens. So you'll be in the 500 club as well if you get one of the tokens, and you can get in some of the launches. The thing with this one is it's all automated. It's an automated launchpad they're working towards. So it's going to be hit and miss, obviously, the actual IDOs that come out from that as well. But looking at it from a long shot point of view, I thought, this is only 1.16 million. This could be actually a good one. And you don't need that many to actually get in to the IDOs as well. I think it's 1.76 and you'll get 100% of what you've got in. So Unilock just now is about $2,300 in a minute. So I've kind of called that as one of my long short ones, and it could be a good one for the future as well. And as long as the team keeps on working behind the scenes, I think this could be a good one. So that's one of the smaller ones, but the bigger ones, obviously, you've got Polkalokr as well, and you've got the BSC pad, which I'm in just now. To get these tokens, the paid tokens as well, paid is a big platform as well, you need probably about 1,000 tokens for paid, which at the minute is costing you about $5,000. For BSC pad as well, you can get in maybe $5,000 as well. So just to get your foot in the door, it's going to cost you quite a bit of money. But what you can do is maybe focus on one of the platforms. Say go to paid network. So paid have Ignition. And there, so you can see they're doing deeper as well, and that's coming out very soon. That's one of the biggest anticipated ones that's coming out very soon as well. So deeper is their equalizer they're coming out with as well. So what you can do is focus on one of them and just build your kind of portfolio up. So if you get in, say for paid, and you have 1,000 tokens, which is $5,000, you get possibly get a lottery ticket. So you go into kind of lottery system, you get an email sent out just to say you've won a lottery ticket, which might give you $200 of an allocation. But if you get $200 of an allocation, and you might not think that is much at all, if you get $200 of an allocation, if that 100x's, like AIOZ did 100, if you got $200 of that, you've got $20,000 if 100x's, and you get out after the 100x's. So this was one of the ones we got in on as well, and it did 100x, but although we got out to 84x, which is good. It comes back down and then you get back in again. So it depends on what you're trading, kind of how you're trading it. So $200 doesn't sound a lot, even $100 doesn't sound a lot, but if that's going to 100x, that's $10,000 for putting $100 in, although you have to hold $5,000 worth of it as well. But that soon builds up. So even if it 10x's and you get $1,000, you just put that into the next one. And then you put it into the next one, or you build up your pot on paid or BSC pad or kick pad or Polkalokr, whatever it is you're in. So focus on one, build it up, and get into all the IDOs, sell it. If you want to sell the IDOs or keep a hold of them, maybe sell 50%, let the rest run, and keep on building up that way. So that's a good way to do it, in my opinion. Or the other way to do it, now if you look at BSC pad as well, this is a really, really good one. And I didn't think it was going to be at the beginning. I thought, I'm not sure about this, but all the projects it bought out has been fantastic. AIOZ they had as well. 8Ps just came out. Kucoin Protocol, blind boxes did fantastically well. BSC View has not done anything yet, but still 20x. Kucoin Protocol was a 10, 20x as well. 8P was a, 10, 20, 30x. AIOZ was 100x. They're coming out with Revomon. I'm looking forward to this one. Dart Insurance as well for NFTs. Auction is just coming up today as well, so we'll see how that does. So looking forward to that. But what you can do, there's different tiers within BSC pad. You can get into the different tier system. They've got a diamond tier, platinum tier, and they've got, I think it's the moonshot tiers as well. So just have a look. BSC pad tiers. I've got a Medium article which I'll share with you down below as well. So there we go there. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. So if you want to get into the diamond one, you can't wait to get into the diamond one. You need kind of 25,000 tokens for that. What you can do is group together with a group of people, 4, 5, 10 people, and just have the one wallet where so one person's controlling it. So you need to really trust the person that's kind of controlling it. But you could get into the diamond tier and get a bigger stake for it. So platinum stake, it just depends on each IDO. Platinum stake is going to give you possibly $50, $60 for platinum stake. Diamond tier, possibly double, treble that as well. So it depends on what IDO it is as well. So for diamond tier, for example, for auction, I think is about $500 worth of an allocation there as well for diamond tier. Platinum tier, I would imagine, is about $150 worth. And going down, gold, silver, bronze, you'll get different things that you have to do with it as well. But start small, build up, or go all in for the diamond and get 25,000 tokens, which is about $100,000 just now, or $120,000, and then just go in with somebody and just let somebody you really trust kind of hold it for you and just do all the IDOs for you as well. So that's another way to do it. So some of the ones that are coming up, we'll just see if you've got any questions around that. And David Drowan, morning. Any thoughts on KLV? I think you said that in the group. I didn't actually check it out. It's just been really busy, David. So we can try and see that, but I've not checked it out. G-Slick is in house. Welcome to you. Shahir is in. Just watch out. FXF staking ends on the 10th, but great project. Excellent. Tut Tut is in house. Welcome to you. Morris, looking at the IDO is great, Steve. All others just shill, but this is just a great idea. Great work. Oh, thanks very much, Morris. Maurice, sorry. Shahir and Kelv PN. I've heard of that. And Jigstack. Jigstack look good as well. Setting up for ID verification on CoinList to buy Casper, and that was 17th. They say 5 days ago to verify. I'm still not verified. Taking a mic. Yeah, I done CoinList as well, and I got verified for it relatively quickly. I don't know why, but I was relatively quickly. They've got a couple of good ones coming up as well. CoinList, but the way it works with CoinList is, I think you have to vest. There's a vesting period on CoinList, and you can choose the 3 different tiers. You can choose to have it vested for 60 days and get it maybe half price. Then you can choose to have it vested for 6 months, or you could choose to have it vested for 40 days. So I think the latest one that's come up, I can't remember, I'll just check it. But CoinList is a good one. CoinList dashboard. Clover sales coming up. Yeah, the Mina one. Mina one looks actually quite good. I'm looking forward to that one. Coming out, I've registered for that one. So it says register now. Oh, I can't tell you the different tiers. But usually they've got a tiered system coming out as well, whereby you have to vest it for different periods. So that does CoinList. I think that's going to become bigger. I never really heard of that until about 2-3 weeks ago. And I registered, looked out for Casper. I didn't actually get in on Casper, and there was another couple as well that I liked the look of. Rally was the other one I didn't get in as well. Kukla is in house. Welcome to you, Kukla. We were up late last night trying to get into the deeper network IDO from TokenSoft, and TokenSoft worked totally different if you're trying to get into the IDOs as well. Basically, you get placed in a queue, but there was about 25,000 people trying to get into this deeper network IDO for TokenSoft, and you get placed in a queue. I was number 9,000 or something. I think Kukla was about 6,000, so just chat kind of back and forth. So it was a long night. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning. I think Kukla was up to about 2 or 3 in the morning in Greece time. So yeah, it was a strange night, but we didn't get anything from it. But it was worth it. It was worth trying to get in. Tut Tut, welcome back, Steve. Good to see you live again. Thanks very much, mate. Will's like is in. We speak about which IDO. We've not really spoken about anything in particular, but we'll go into that. Hope Rune will go a lot more after 4 days. The Chaos Net is running. Yeah, I think Rune is going to keep on running as well. So we'll look at some of the IDOs that are coming up. So I've got ones kind of marks. The Cere Network, that looks good as well. That's coming out soon. So decentralized data and finance cloud for enterprises. I think that's going to be a big one. That's coming out on the 13th to 19th of April. That's when the token sale is. I think it'll end a lot quicker. It's only 3.5 cents, but there's 1.1 billion tokens for that. So it's going to give a high market cap from the beginning. Depends on what the circulation supply is. They're looking for $10 million. This is how you know that kind of crypto is in full swing again, because these token sales or the IDOs, that they're looking for more and more money. It was kind of the beginning of it, 400,000, 500,000. Now we're talking $10 million here for Cere Network, but that's going to be a big one, I think. Mina Protocol, I've just kind of talked about that. They're looking for $29.5 million for that as well, and that's 13th. That could be a good one to get into as well. PokerSwitch, 3 million received for that. That starts. They've done that already. PokerSwitch, what was the other one? Raze Network. BSC Pad have done a special. So they're doing a triple IDO. The Raze Network, they're doing a triple IDO for that. And it's going to be a good one, this one. Because they've got an Eco ICO or Eco IDO that's going to be launched on the BSC Pad. And that's for VIP and diamond holders and platinum holders. So that could be a good one if you're in one of those tiers. As well, so I'm looking forward to the Raze Network and getting in on that one as well. That should be coming up in the next couple of days. So Raze Network is a substrate-based cross-chain privacy protocol, so it's going to bring privacy to DeFi as well. So I think this could be a really big one as well. Ethereum push notification service, that's going to be huge, because if you look at who's involved in this, if we look at everybody that's invested in this, you've got BR Capital, Binance Labs is already on it, IOSG is in there. As well, you've got Bitscale and kind of capital into it, True Ventures. There's loads of big names backing this. So this is how you know. This is what you look for as well. You're looking when you're doing your research and looking to look at the companies that the big venture capitalists are getting in on. So if you look at the likes of, we'll go into that after because I'm digressing. What was the other one? Genesis Shards. Genesis Chart is coming out on PokerStarter, but they're doing a double IDO, whereby you don't need to have any polls or polls tokens to get in on it. They're doing 70% on PokerStarter, and they're going to do 30% open on the BSC chain or the Binance Smart Chain. So 30%, you can whitelist for this just now, and I'll put a link down below after this as well. But on Twitter, I've seen Genesis Shards. You can whitelist, I'll just show you. And I think it was on Poker. Yeah, there it is. And the whitelist is open for a PokerStarter dual IDO. Now I thought there's no point getting in on that, because one of my friends, Dennis, kind of told me about it on Twitter. So there's no point, because I liked the look of it a couple of weeks ago. I looked into it. I thought, oh, this could be big. But they're doing a dual IDO. Dual IDO is going to 70% on PokerStarter, 30%, as I said, on the BSC as well. So it means it's open for everybody. So non-pulse holders, you see here, 30%. Max cap per person, $200. So it could be a good one, this as well. But they're only looking to raise 125,000 on this IDO. So the chances of getting in, kind of slim, but it's worth whitelisting for as well. So go over to medium.com, Genesis Shards, and you'll get in on that one. I think this is going to be a big one. As well. So Genesis Shards going to be a big one. Definitely EPNS is going to be a big one as well. The amount of backers have got, big backers. Raze Network, that's going to be big as well. Mina, I think, is going to do well, and Cere Network as well. That's the top IDOs for April. And if you want to check on them, just go to ICO drops. There's lots of other places you'll be able to find out about them as well, but check on ICO drops and you'll get to find out about them. XFi as well, or XFi is coming up as well. That looks as if it's going to be a big one. Collateral. So you have to do research, that's the thing. That's kind of what I'm doing all day, every day now. I'm literally spending hours kind of researching tokens and looking for the smaller cap ones. Smaller cap ones have now become the bigger caps. So a small cap now, you're talking about 10 million. You want to look at the volume and you want to keep on looking at obviously the team as well. And just keep on doing your research and look on Twitter. Twitter is an excellent place to find good projects and keep a list. When you're on Twitter, I've got a list on Twitter called Crypto Gem Hunters. So you just click on that list and it'll give you all the details. I've got Simon Dedek in there. And there's loads of brilliant ones in there. So Crypto God John is a brilliant one to look at as well. What's he doing there? Well, that's something else. So yeah, you can sign up for that list as well. You can just follow it. It's got 91 members and 10 followers. So I'm just collecting this all the time and just going through these and just doing that's part of the research process as well. So look at that. Build up what you're doing on the IDOs as well. Build up on one platform or go all in with a group of people that you trust, preferably a smaller group. And just do it that way as well, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing just now, going in with a group of people that I really trust, and we're in kind of diamond for the BSC pad, and we're doing the same for the paid token as well. Although paid to get into the top tier, you need 75,000 tokens, and that's costing something ridiculous, 300,000. So we're not in that, but we've got a couple of good ones out of paid as well. So yeah, definitely do that. Just have a look. Geez, like RSR, get ready for the pump. I think RSR is going to pump. We'll just have a look at some of the charts just now as well. So we'll just go, that's ETH I'll just get back to that. So RSR. And we'll go, it has just been steadily rising for ages now. It's just not stopped. And you can see the floor here, it's got a clear kind of support line there as well. Look at that. So it's never really stopped for the last 6 months, RSR, so it's just going to continue. And just look, CoinGecko. So we're looking at market capitalization of $1 billion just now. You've got fully diluted. Always look at the fully diluted market cap as well. $8 billion in the minute. And this is when you're looking at the fully diluted, you're saying, okay, if that's all the tokens that have been released, that's what fully diluted means. So you have to assume that all the tokens are going to be released at some stage, and you have to look at that as well. There's one token I went into that I thought, this is amazing, Modefi, and it is amazing. It's a brilliant token. I'm going to get into it again, and I'm into it just now, but then I realised it just recently came out a couple of months ago, and they've got a vesting period of 60 days and 90 days. I thought, oh shit, they're going to release a lot of tokens. So look at vesting periods if you're looking at kind of new projects that are coming out. But Modefi looks fantastic. And I might be shooting myself in the foot by kind of selling just now, or selling a lot of them just now and getting back in after 60 days, which is probably going to be around about the 12th, 13th of April. Because it could still go up because they've introduced staking. A lot of people are just not going to sell. I think they're just going to hold on to them because it's only a small market capitalization. And just look at that just now. Where is it? $4.49. It has been up at $5, above $5, but market capitalization of 12 million. That'll probably go to about 30-40 million once the tokens have been released as well. So I'm taking a risk there by selling some, and I'll get back in again after the 12th, 13th of April. Hopefully get them cheaper than this. If not, I'll just buy them again. Then they'll be releasing tokens again back in May the 11th or something like that. And that will be it. What's out there will be circulating. That will be it after that. So keep an eye on that as well. So the full diluted market cap you want to keep an eye on, as well as the market capitalization just now. Some of the ones are just ridiculous. Some of the tokens that are out, or the projects that are out, are just ridiculous just now, because they've got 0.5% circulating of the total supply. There's no way I would go into that. They've probably got the reasons for it, but it's not something I would get into at all. Just add back in. Monkey Tomo is in question. How do you deal with your capital gains taxes? Every trade is taxable after all. It's meant to be taxable, but it's only when you put it into fiat. So when you're going into fiat, whether that USD or pound or whatever, that's when you're going to get taxed on it. It's meant to be that you're keeping a track of every single project and every single, basically as a trader. But there's different levels of tax. If you hold something for a year, if you held Bitcoin or Ethereum for a year, you're not going to get taxed as high as you would as if you were trading it every single day, for example. So you get taxed as a trader. If you're doing it that way, if you're holding it, you get taxed in a totally different way. In UK, it could be 10%, 20%, just on how much tax you pay just now. In the US, I believe, is something similar. So the more you hold, same with across the world as well, the longer you hold, the better. And it's only when you cash out as well, remember. So you have to keep a track of every trade that you're making, but just be careful of that as well. So it just depends on how you're trading as well, Tom. I'm speaking about the UK, of course. Yeah, UK. So if you're, as a trader, you're going to get a higher tax rate depending on what you're trading at just now, or what tax you're paying just now. So you probably get taxed as a trader, which is going to be totally different as a hodler. Godly Boy, I like and hold paid. Think Binance will add it soon as they have invested in it. Yes, so Binance, I believe, put $100 million into the paid network. And when paid got hacked, or there was a vulnerability in the smart contract hacked, when that happened, I thought, oh, this is just, they've kind of effed up here altogether. And I thought, oh, that we've just kind of lost a ton of money on this. But then the group I was in, had said, no, just hold it just now. One of the group members said, no, hold just now. It's Binance have just invested in it, so we held, and it kind of went up from about $1.80 all the way up to $5.50 or something. So I'm glad we held, and I'm glad that person said to kind of hold as well. So yeah, paid I think is going to be good, and I think it is going to get listed on Binance, and I think it is going to go to $10 at least, and I think it's going to be one of the major players. If you're going to be if you're a big project, you'll want to get listed on paid as your IDO, because that's going to get you the most money as well. But I don't know how they kind of do business that way. But Kyle Chase, the videos I've seen of him, he just seems really trustworthy, and I think that means a lot. When he was, especially when that hack period was coming out as well, I think he done brilliantly then, and that kind of changed my mind totally on paid, to be honest. So yeah, I do like it. I really like it because of the team, because of Kyle as well. Although their customer service is not very good, I've written to them because I sent 750 paid tokens to their Ethereum address, to the paid Ethereum address, by mistake, as I was meant to send it to a friend. But I didn't, and I've written to the customer service team because it's their wallet. They'll be able to send it back to me easily, but they've never got back in touch. I've written to Kyle, I've written to Jessica, who's in the team as well. I've written to Lawrence, I've written to Marta, who's in the team as well. And nobody's sent any of the 750 paid tokens back. Totally my fault, but should be easy enough for them to send back. So customer service, understandably, they're extremely busy just now, but the customer service is not great just now. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, so Godly Boy, I do like paid as well. Sergey is in. Kucoin tokens, KCS pumps every day. What are your thoughts? How high will go? I don't know. Kucoin, I used to love back in the day when you were talking about $1 or something. And I thought it's just going to be a big one. I still love Kucoin, still love trading on it. Still think it's a brilliant one for finding those hidden gems that I kind of talk about all the time as well. So I just kind of love Kucoin. Where is it in the exchanges? If we look in the spot exchanges. What rank is it? Yeah, it's rank number 9. And we've got a volume of about $1 billion for Kucoin. So I really, really like Kucoin. Although what's going to become big, and you're going to hear a lot about this soon as well, is the decentralized exchanges. And not the decentralized, the derivatives exchanges. So if you look at the derivatives exchanges as well, and the volume that goes through derivatives exchanges is just mental. Just now, if you look at that, so I'm going to be doing some stuff on that as well, looking at derivatives exchanges. There's Perpetual Protocol. Really like Perpetual Protocol. I think that's going to be absolutely massive, and I think that is going to, we'll have a look at where that is just now. Perp 238, number 238, 231 million market capitalization, 1.1 billion. So I think that's a 10xer for sure coming up. Where are we? It's only 10x from where it started at, and it's 50% of his all-time high. So I think this represents a good opportunity as well. But I'll be covering that later on. The other one I really like, and this is for enterprise, is Wootrade as well. So this is it's gone up massively. I think I recommended it in the group at 36 cents. It went up to about 98 cents yesterday, but it's now come back down to 86 cents. I think that's going to 10x this year, if not this quarter, this year. So I really like Wootrade as well. So that could be a really good one to get into. But derivatives, keep an eye on the derivatives exchanges. They're going to be big, and Perpetual Protocol is going to be one of the major players in that, I believe, as well. Crypto Jedi. Oh, I've missed a couple. Daniel Lebron. Good morning. Check out Unlock Protocol UDT. Big potential. Yeah, I've checked out already. UDT does look good. I didn't get into it. $1,900 just now. It's only got 1 million in circulation at the minute. So a lot of people talking about Unlock Protocol. Monetize the web through memberships. Unlock lets you easily lock and manage access to your content, apps, community, and even real-life events and spaces. So this could be big. I did look at it as well, and a lot of people talking about UDT, but haven't gone into it myself just yet. So what is... So we'll say we're going to star, say 2000. So what is that? So you're talking about what, 2 billion? 2 billion fully diluted market cap at the minute. Around about 2 billion, or $1.9 billion just now. But yeah, a lot of people talking about that. It's only 15x up from where it started. And it's just started recently, obviously, as well. So yeah, that could be a good one. Crypto Jedi, hi Steve, if you had to choose to invest in either of these launch pads, which one would you choose? BSC pad is brilliant just now. It's never let us down so far. The way the system works, the way they've got everything, the way they communicate, the Telegram communication, although it's anonymous, I just think they've done a brilliant job so far, and I can't go past the BSC pad. Paid as well, I really like Paid, what they're doing as well. There's been a few hiccups kind of along the way, to be expected as well. But, and I can't speak for the other ones, I didn't get in early enough. Kickpad, I don't know how the system works, but a lot of people talking about that. But I can't go past BSC pad and Paid just now. That's the ones I really like at the minute. CryptoJet, Paid, KPad, BSC pad, Pools, Vault. So it would be BSC pad and Paid for me. Those two would be the ones. BSC pad is brilliant for BSC, and obviously they're doing Ethereum ones as well, but and Paid are doing both as well. So I really like those two, and that's the ones that I've got most experience with. So that would be the ones I choose. GMMA, I've seen different made for the UK. HMRC, crypto to crypto trades are seen as disposable and are subject to capital gains tax. Yeah, it's a bit, well, it's not confusing now. I think it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way, whereby you're keeping track of every single trade, but it's now impossible. I mean, it's just a nightmare to try and keep track of every single trade. So when you're kind of trading into fiat, so if you put $100,000 in, for example, or £100,000 in, and you take out 125,000, that would be the easiest way to do it. And I think that's the way the HMRC are doing it just now. And if it's through trading profits, then you'll get taxed on 25 grand basically. As a trader, which will be about 20% or different, it just depends on how you're trading, how long you've held. So that's crypto and crypto to fiat, that's subject to taxes. Yeah, so I don't know if it's crypto to crypto, as it's seen as different. So I need to look into that further then, if that's the case, if they've changed that recently. But I've always gone on the assumption that's when you go into fiat, from crypto to fiat. Although it's going to change all the time once, because there's going to be billionaires and millionaires made, and the HMRC are going to want a cut of their money. What do you think of UMX? Haven't checked out UMX. Or Unimex. So I've not checked out, but I know of it. DeFi product suite. Total supply 10 million, seed offering 5 million. So what's it do? So you've got DGN as well. Innovative on-chain margin trading. So it's margin trading platform entirely contained within Uniswap. Which, oh right, okay, this is where you can put in your stop losses and stuff like that, which means the shorts, longs are directly executed in Uniswap rather than through an off-chain approach. Margin traders charge fees, which are distributed to lenders as a reward. So it might be the same one I'm thinking of. So I need to look more into it, but I've never really checked it out, but it could be good. I think that's where you can put stop losses in, and you can put all that kind of stuff in it as well, if I'm thinking correctly. Decentralized non-KYC leverage trading on various pairs, excellent. BNB just hit 430, lovely. BNB is doing fantastic. I said last week BNB was going to hit $1,000, and I still believe that. 429, wow. It's just on an absolute tear. Look at that. $41 back at the beginning of the year. So it's 10x'd, 1,000%. That's amazing. Do you like Zilliqua charts? Please, Zilliqua. Haven't done these in a while. I'll just do the dollar chart. That's just, everything's on a tear just now. I'm just going to weekly. Look at that. And we did look at this last week actually as well. So was it kind of going up? 72x from April last year. 72x. That's crazy. It doesn't look as if it wants to stop. So you're looking at price discovery mode kind of here in just now for Zilliqua, with a lot of the other tokens as well, a lot of the other projects. You're in price discovery mode. So charting like this is still really useful. It's still worthwhile doing it. Obviously I do it every single day. So what are the obvious kind of things you're looking at here? So if we're charting, so an obvious one would be a symmetrical kind of triangle here. And you're kind of moving that. Or you could have said that around about here as well, and it's broke down. So we'll stay there. A symmetrical triangle there. If it breaks down, obviously we're going down a wee bit for Zilliqua, but down a wee bit's not that much compared to how much it's gone up. If you break out, and then you're talking about a measured breakout to its all-time high, which is past 25 cents just now. So extremely bullish for Zilliqua at the moment as well. Look on the weekly. It's just crazy. It's crazy just now what's happening. So it depends what one you're in just now. I'm still obviously trading the small ones just to get up to these bigger ones and put more money into the bigger ones. John White, Ethbox looks an interesting project. It does. If you send ETH to the wrong address, you can then have it returned. So Ethbox have looked at briefly before as well. Oh, that's Ethbox. Ethbox, oh, there's got the wrong one. Ethbox token, 65 million, so you're talking about 30 million diluted market cap at the minute. With the power of the blockchain, make sure you'll never lose funds due to a wrong transaction address again. That would have helped me with paid, actually. Michael Gu is in it as well, yeah, I've seen that. And you've got the team who have been fully doxed as well, which is cool, supported by DuckDAO. How many members have they got? Community channel. 4,000 members as well, which is always good. So loads of things you look at when you're looking at something, but obviously the use case as well, the team members, the community, the social media, trading, etc. Loads of things you look at. So the partners, good partners in there. They've got some to be announced as well. So I like Michael as well, Michael Gu from Box Mining. So yeah, that does look good. It could be really useful as well. Digibyte is a sleeping giant. Digibyte. Never heard that name for ages as well. I'm not laughing at the project. It's just somebody. I don't know if it was yourself. Used to talk about all the time. Every single live show is Digibyte, Digibyte, Digibyte. But that's gone up from 0.5 of a cent to 8 cents in the minute. So that's a 20x, or nearly a 20x. And that's from March 2020 as well. So yeah, Digibyte looking good as well. Thanks for answering, mate. My pleasure. And GMMA, thanks, mate. My pleasure. Except Jedi. Any thoughts on SPI? I like SPI, GSPI. I don't know GSPI. I've not followed it. Or shopping.io, right. SPI is something different, but $34 has 34 million market capitalization. Crypto shopping experience, buy from Amazon, yeah. So it's the same one I was thinking. I've just checked that many. There's literally hundreds of checking a day. But yeah, I like the look of this one. But I've not gone into it fully. So SPI 218. So is this kind of a derivative of SPI? Is this a kind of an offshoot of it? Our staking system, SPI Club, so presumably it's part of SPI. Oh, it's all the same kind of ecosystem, right? Okay, I'm with you. So we've got two tokens there. Presumably one's like for gas, just like something like that, I'm presuming. Obviously I've not dug deep into it, I just know of it. And it did look like an interesting concept as well. So that could be good as well, worth checking out, I think. Husky, paying tax is voluntary. Some research can free you of tax paying. Yes. Sergi, Finminity, fresh project with good potential. That's just been released. I don't know too much about it either. I know one of my friends was in it. Finminity. That was just released as an IDO the other day. So we've got 45 million market capitalization, fully diluted market capitalization. And I didn't look at this. One of my friends asked me to look at it. An innovative Polkadot-driven cross-chain investor services platform that's flexible, rewarding, transparent, and secured. There's a lot of these kind of coming out. These kind of investing ones and trading ones as well. So it's what one is going to win out. That's the only kind of issue. But obviously the good ones are going to win out, and if they've got major backers as well, always look for that and who the team is. That's what's going to differentiate them. Polkalokr, a new one with low market cap. Polkalokr just been, I thought I was just getting released. Obviously I've missed the timing on that. $1.08. Yeah, 7th of April. I don't see the website there. How the customer S Group platform for token economies. Yeah, so it's just been released as well. So that could do well. I've not got much of the tokenomics there. It's not giving us much details there as well. Crypto Jedi, it's a governance tokens, mate. Right, so governance tokens, okay. Right, I think that's it. Just now, I'll just go back to there are people watching. 31 people watching just now. If you could hit that like button, if you're watching just now and you like the content, give me a thumbs up for that as well. That'd be fantastic. I'll just reload that. See what's coming up. 10 likes. But if you're watching just now, just give a wee thumbs up. I'm not planning to be a big crypto YouTuber. I just want to kind of talk to the group basically and just see if you've got any questions or anything like that as well. So, but still nice to kind of get that as well. Get that feedback. I think that's it just now, unless you've got any questions. And quickly, that'll be it. I think we've been on for about nearly an hour, 50 minutes or something. So we'll probably leave it there, unless you have any questions just now or any charts you want me to look at as well. I was going to look at news, but we won't do that. Other people kind of cover that. Okay, so I'll leave it there just now then. Thank you for watching, really appreciate it. And if you give a thumbs up to this as well and subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and join the Telegram group if you want to join a free group. I always give calls in there first before I put it out on Twitter, and if I do any videos I'll put it into the group first before I put them out onto YouTube as well. And thanks Steve, always good to hear you speak. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that, Crypto Jedi. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Until next time, namaste, take care, bye now.